Hey everybody, we live. Look at in front of the goddess Diana. All the deer. Look at this. I don't want to spook them, but I think this place brings the energy of the deer. She is the goddess of the forest. This energy is so strong here right now. I'm gonna feed the deer. I'll be right back. I'm gonna feed the deer. I just fed them. I just fed the deer. Alright, everybody. They ran away, but I think it brings the energy of this place, this deer. The deer, see, she's the moon goddess. That's the goddess Diana, goddess of the forest. And she definitely brings the energy of the deer. They'll come back and get the bread I just threw them. Hey everybody, I'm in Don Bosco. I'm here live on location. One of the most spiritually powerful places. This is the Fey Forest, the Sacred Grove. Yeah, we're here at the Sacred Grove. It's like 30 degrees. Hey, thank God you called me live, right? Well, today we're gonna have a lot of live shows. Hold on, let me get my jacket on because I'm cold. Hey guys, you with me still? So, yeah, so right now, if you've never seen me live before, this is a treat. I am at a retreat grounds for the Roman Catholics. This is a very sacred grove, a very sacred forest in the lower Hudson Valley of New York, right near the Hudson River, in the mountains. They've basically hijacked this energetic location and erected hundreds of monuments here, stargates inside the forest through ritual. And in my opinion, from what I see, hey Ancient Star Queen, from my opinion, what's here is not only the resting ground for the saints on a multi-dimensional level, but it's a place of power, a place of ritual for not only this physical world, but the spiritual world as well. This place is used as a place of power. It's a battleground and a place of spiritual retreat. On All Souls Day, after the Ember Days spiritual battles, the saints come here for recovery. These forests are used in rituals for hundreds of years. There are megalithic stones here, monolithic stones here, ancient trees, ancient monuments, ancient churches, stones shipped here from Italy that are very ancient. And if you've never been with me here before, this place is haunted as fuck. They have a house that actually was rebuilt stone by stone of Don Bosco's house, a replica of his house in Italy that he was born in. They have Fatima monuments, Guadalupe monuments, all sorts of things going on here. And look there's a 60-foot Virgin Mary right there. And she literally has the pentagram marked on her neck. I found it in a previous documentary I did here a while ago. If anybody's ever seen that, it's on my Patreon. She literally has a pentagram traced on her throat. I found it when I zoomed in, and it was put there by the Catholic priest. Hold on. It's pretty cold, so I'm getting my other coat on. Friggin' freezing. Hold on one second. Something told me to come here today, everybody. So even though it's cold, I'm thinking we're gonna see something. I've had some really spiritual experiences. The time we were filming a documentary here, I literally had an experience with a hawk, and it was pretty. Yeah, my hawk. Yes. So look at these statues too. How they are so lifelike, and people are all doing prayers here. I mean, there's hundreds of statues in this place, and we saw I think it was St. Jude or St. Francis statue that was thrown over. Hundreds and hundreds of pounds tossed over. I'm the only one here right now. It's like 6:30 in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. Look at where we are here too. Look at where she is, looking over the skyline where the Hudson River is over there. This is an energetic line. You see those ancient rock walls that line this whole place? I have those same rock walls in my backyard a couple miles away. They follow the ley lines of this whole area. See those rock walls? Those ancient rock walls? Nothing's keeping them together. They're stacked in there by themselves. They're not with cement or anything like that. They are all over this area, and from my understanding, they're along the ley lines. When I took dowsing rods a couple of years ago, those are on the dragon lines of our planet, and they have these stone walls all over the ley lines. And you'll find that even birds will walk these same lines as well. You'll see the geese will come along these lines. It's another thing we could talk about real quick. The goose. I know people look at geese or a goose like they're just some annoying bird. The sound that the goose makes, that honk, they are the holy honkers. That honk opens up things in your DNA. It opens up information, ancient information in your DNA. Geese were around during the dinosaurs. They carry information very ancient. And the vibrational tone of their honking opens up information, opens up dimensional gateways within your DNA. They are the holy honkers. In fact, ancient Egypt, Atum was also known as the great goose god as well to some. I mean, this is truly amazing. It's so crazy that they have a pentagram on her throat. Let's see if we can see it right here still. Let's zoom in. There might not be enough sun here. Oh yeah, you could see it clear as day. Look at that. Look at that pentagram on her throat. How crazy is that? Look at that. How intense is that? And she's crying black tears. The black tears of Ishtar. I know, goddess Diana. this is powerful. This outside church that's a little up a ways, I had a really powerful experience with red orbs a couple of months back. And that's where I planned on sitting this morning. So we're going to go there in a second. Too bad there's only 2 people here right now because there's so much that people need to see this morning. I feel see the river in the background, guys? That's the Hudson River. Who's still with me out there? Anybody still with me out there? See that river in the background? That's the river. Who's with me right now? Oh, Sensei. Well, at least you caught me, Star Queen. See, look at guys, it's on a star-based platform, like the Statue of Liberty. The pedestal made is from Vermont stone. It was designed by Martin Lumen Winter. Weighs 6.5 tons. It's 48 feet. And then put on that platform, so it's probably over 60 feet in the air right here. Let's take a little walk. See what we find. See, this was this, you know, I hate to repeat myself of look, see these bells? Check this, guys, out. I never talked to you guys about this before. These bells they found buried in the ground around here. These were buried. They just recently uncovered them. I asked the guy what they were doing on the pallets not too long ago. They were buried in the ground. They found them. They got people's names engraved on them. I wonder why these were buried. Most likely you bury something after they're used in a ritual. You know, your intention, you write it down, or you use it for something and then you forget about it. Let the subconscious mind take it over and manifest it. So maybe these were used in an ancient ritual and then they were buried. It's funny how they uncovered these about 6 or 7 months ago when I first saw them. And they've been here just behind this statue, strategically placed. 3 bells. 2 on one on the other. 3 bells. I'm sure there's significance to that we can't possibly imagine. Not everything's a conspiracy, but everything's a conspiracy. Look into it. Like Eddie Bravo. So, let's see if our saint is here still being punished. Yes, he is. See, this is almost like mini dolmens. It's definitely a prayer altar. It's definitely some sort of altar. You have 2 of them here. And you can see St. Jude punished. You know, I've said it before. Wow, this one stone has given me a lot of energy. Wow, I just got an image of a truck backing up and hitting this. Somebody actually took a pickup truck, backed into this to knock it over, drove onto the grass. Back in the day, you would pray to you know, even today, a lot of people in Roman Catholics, even Santeria, you pray to a saint like they're a demigod, like they're some sort of superhero of God. And if the saint, if your prayer or your intention or your wish doesn't come to fruition, it doesn't come out the way you planned, a lot of times they punish the saint, either by throwing him in the closet, pushing him down in the dirt, putting him upside down, putting him under the bed, throwing dirt on him. This saint was punished because something didn't come true that somebody wanted. And look, it's right outside the windows of where they live. They could have had this done. It's been like this almost a year. This thing is heavy as fuck. Like you see how they're strapped. They have straps around it. Somebody tried to lift it up with straps. You can't. They're so heavy. This was deliberately knocked down. The wind does not knock these down. I mean, my family had in the early 1980s or mid 1980s, my uncle had the contract to provide the scaffolding for the Statue of Liberty when it was they did it like a they like what's the word I'm looking for? Not fixed. They fixed it, but they did something to it. They fixed it up again in the 1980s in the Statue of Liberty. And my mom's brother had a scaffolding company. I think it was called ABS or something like that. Something like, I forget exactly what it was called before. CBS. No. What the hell was the name of his contracting company? I forget exactly the name of his contracting company now. Either it was ABS or something like that. Yeah, but he got like a multi-million-dollar contract to provide all the scaffolds for the Statue of Liberty in the 80s when they did that. So I had private access to the Statue of Liberty during that time when he was there with his crew. And the Statue of Liberty gives the same feel that this statue gives. A certain energy. Copper is a very strong metal. Wow, I just got a weird chill throughout my body. Come on, guys. There's 6 of you watching right now. That's 6 likes at least, right? You guys gotta like this. Who's out at 7 o'clock in the morning in the cold giving you information? You guys can please donate. Please subscribe to my Patreon if you can. My radio show as well. Whoa, guys, I'm feeling something strong coming right now. Wow, something is my heart is beating really fast right now. See these trees around us, they're literal guardians. They are literal guardians, and I can feel the auric field, the waves of energy coming from them. It's almost like a purplish. The mountains and the sky is talking to me right now. You see the movements of clouds, the movements of birds, they tell you the future. They tell you what's taking place all around you. You have to learn to feel it and know the voice of the wind. Thank you everybody for the thumbs up. And now this is the outside church. You guys feel the quiet strength of the shaman. Now, when the sun was rising about 5 or 6 months ago, and I was standing here in front of this outside chapel, I had a few sparkling reddish orbs come from outside of my mind into physical reality. First, I was looking at the sun, and you know, like when you close your eyes after looking at the sun, you see dots everywhere, right? Well, no, this was a little different. I closed my eyes, and I saw these red sparkling dots, but they were intelligent, and they were moving around, and they were spiraling. And then all of a sudden, I opened my eyes, and they were all around me, right here. And I followed them, and it led me right here on top of the altar. Look at, they have like a swan or a goose right on the altar too. The dome generates power. That shape alone is a generator. It generates, it can receive and process information. All shapes, the way things are, process information depending on the shape and size and material. They all process shapes, information differently depending on what shape they are. And this dome is the same reason, the same way. It processes information a certain way. And it's broadcasting from that cross, that antenna. This is used to broadcast whatever message they're portraying from the sermon. This is why churches are built, their technology. So I'm here for sunrise. I'm here for right now. This is why I came. So let's be a little quiet and let's see what comes, because I'm sure something magical is about to happen. Just breathe. I'm gonna close my eyes, so if you guys want to meditate with me and close your eyes, I'm about to close my eyes. And I see star patterns every time. Usually when I close my eyes and I'm focusing on the sun or moon, I start to see star patterns in my mind, in my eyes. I get messages, I get little flashes of scenes, little pictures, little phrases I hear, and I will see star patterns. Dots with connecting lines. These are sigils and star patterns. And if you learn how to process this information and understand the symbols you're seeing, you can reveal a lot, including your soul's purpose. I'm in Don Bosco. It's called the Marian Shrine. Oh. 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 Holy shit, you guys see that? Hold on, let me zoom in. Whoa. Do you see? It's like a tunnel, a funnel coming out from... I don't know if you guys can see it, but above the sun to the right, it's like almost like a tornado coming down, the way I see it from here. Right towards the sun. You can see the reflection off the river. Whoa. Whoa. The sky is intense right now. I feel like I'm being watched. What the hell is that noise? Dude, the sky, something magical is happening in the sky right now. You guys can't see it the way I see it, really. It doesn't give it justice. Maybe it's not meant. You can hear the woodpecker in the background, too. Let's take a little bit of a walk, because I feel like I should go right. Something's telling me to go back here. Wait a second. It's like almost like a fucking UFO or something's gonna pop out of the sky. Like just, I feel like something's just about to pop out. It's very weird. I feel like I'm the only one around, but I feel like there's a million eyes watching me at the same time. Okay, wow. So you see the opening, the pathway and the opening on top now. Yeah, people do get married here. Wow. Wow, there's like something is really taking place over there in the sky. Whoa. Whoa. It's getting darker. There's literally two eyes staring at me right in the middle, like, and then like a big, huge halo hole. So I'm gonna share some information that I was gonna share on for just my Patreons, for just my patrons on the live stream, but I'm gonna share it with you guys now. So you guys know on Monday we had an occultation of the Dog Star Sirius. Now, what is an occultation? An occultation is when something gets hidden during a cosmic event. So the Sirius Dog Star was hidden from our sight Monday night. And why was it hidden? And what is it called when it's hidden? It's called being occulted. Occult. Oh, look at the deer. Woo! Occult is not an evil word. Most people think it's something demonic. It means something evil, or it means Satan, or it means something like that. No, occult means hidden. Occult means secret. You know, something secret knowledge. So when something gets occulted, that means it's hidden for a period of time. And this Sirius, the brightest star in our sky, the Dog Star, was hidden from our sight on Monday night. It was occulted. It was an occultation. Why was it hidden? Because there was an asteroid passing it that will cover it and will dim the light while it passes. Now, if you're into my research, if you've been following my work, been listening to my videos or my radio show, then most likely you've come across it's not a theory to me, it's a fact, but I'm not able to physically prove it right now. But to me, asteroids, for the most part, the majority of them are actual flying labs. They're literally transport devices between realms. Yes, there's rock. It's encased. Everything's encased in rock to preserve it. But within that rock, you have genetic material. You have rare metals. You have bacteria. You got genetic material. You got matter. You got everything you need to start and terraform a world. So, on Monday, when the Sirius Dog Star was being occulted, I've got intense dream visions and messages from my guides, from my higher self, if you want to call it. And what the ancients called Anubis, the dog-headed being that transported people through the underworld. A lot of times he's pictured with what they call a solar barge, which is basically like a spaceship, some sort of interdimensional boat that will put them through the primordial sea, you know? So on Monday, I believe the asteroid that was passing was basically like Anubis's solar barge. And Anubis was meeting the Dog Star Isis or Sirius for a drop-off. Now, what was dropped off? Now, I saw a whole bunch of microscopic, nano-size, mechanical spiders. Now, I really feel they are coming for our DNA. They're coming for our emotions. They're coming for certain traits within us to edit them out, to take them away, to make us more docile, more immobilized, more numb. And this is a very serious thing. This is not only been designed this way, but people, ancient ones, have been waiting for this drop off. And I believe in the 1960s there was another one, and something was released on this planet, something that was chained up in an interdimensional prison, a cube, some sort of astral cube. Something came and something was released and unlocked and let into this physical world in the 1960s. And there's been a rise of cults, a rise of certain activity that is making people interact with the elemental forces on this planet in a complete opposite way than what they're supposed to. Oh man, this is the haunted Don Bosco house, the replica house. I think they actually closed up the door, the place that I was sneaking in. It looks all boarded up now. This is one of the most haunted, and gals, this is one of the most haunted houses in the middle of the woods you're ever gonna see in your life. This is the Beachy house. Now, the Beachy house is an authentic brick and tile replica of Don Bosco's home in Castel Nuovo Beachy, Piedmont, Italy. They erected this house stone by stone, tile by tile, the exact replica of the house that Don Bosco was born in the 1800s. John Bosco lived from 1815 to 1888, and he is the founder of the Salesians family. They were priests, brothers, and sisters, and lay operators, and so many other people that were considered the Salesian family. And they served in over 127 countries all over the world, converted millions. Miracles, resurrections. Don Bosco even resurrected people from the dead. All right? He was a sorcerer. He was known as the patron saint to some to magicians even. And he had a thing for little boys and girls. He loved their energy. You could see there's a lamp on in his window right there, up there. I mean, there's actually a lamp. Not on, but there's a lamp in his window there. That's where his bed is. Now, I don't have my friggin' flashlight on me right now, otherwise I would sneak in there. They are the replicators. Satan has an army of the replicators. If you've heard some of my shows, I've been talking about they are replicators. Artificial intelligence are replicators. Okay, so let me tell you guys real quick. This is very important information. There's only a certain amount of souls, and I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm not saying 100% of what I say is right. I'm not saying just believe everything I say, that I know everything, because I don't. The more I learn, actually, the more I realize I don't know shit. I have so much more to learn. But I've caught little glimpses in my life. And, I'm going to be 41 years old, and I had a near-death experience when I was 9. I've literally been studying ancient mysteries, ancient history, religion, everything I can get my hands on since 1987. All right? So I've been, for over 30 years, studying these topics, reading about these topics, experiencing these topics. Whoa, look at this. That's new. Stone with eyes on it. That made a creepy sound when I took it away from it like echoed throughout the whole house that I took away this stone from the rock. I mean, this stone from the lock. The whole house echoed. Look at the stairs inside. I'm putting this back. Echoes throughout the whole house just touching that little rock. That is so weird. Maybe I shouldn't have touched it. I'm alright. No harm done. So listen. This shit is crazy. Oh shit, the rock fell. Dude, why is this rock with eyes here? Masaki's there, baby. What's up, brother? Dude, this is creepy here. As soon as I touched this rock, it echoed throughout the whole house that I messed with it. It was like you can hear the echo. Listen. It's like echoes throughout the whole house. That's not going to stay. I don't know how they got it to stay like that. And with all these snowstorms and everything that we've had, all the wind, somebody recently put that there. It would have never stayed all this time. Somebody was just recently here to put this little googly eye rock there. It's fucking creepy as fuck. So, this is what I believe from the things I've seen and from what I've done. I believe there's only a certain amount of souls that are able to be on this planet on a given amount of time. And we're maxed the fuck out, okay? Like we say, there's replicators here. I believe that there's the same with humans. Even though no, they might not even know it. They grow up alongside of us. They look and seem just like us. They tend to act like us, but that's because they have mimicked us. All right? I believe there's a certain amount of people that are here just for the harvest, just for the soul harvest, just to be awakened during this soul harvest, to help this usher along. Now, I believe that there's a certain amount of people that have grown up with us, could be your neighbor, could be your wife, that they can't truly love or hate anyone. They learn how to mimic love or hate. They learn how to mimic emotions. They learn how to mimic being a normal person and mimic life. They don't deal and process information the way we do. They mimic us. And that's why they get so frustrated so easily, because when things don't go their way and they're not able to fit in and copy it the way that it looks, they get frustrated very quick. They don't have emotions the way we do. They mimic emotions. They know what they're supposed to look like or feel like because they see it in others. They are the replicator army. And they have been put here just for the sole purpose of bringing in the end times. Bringing in this new consciousness that is very ancient, that has been laying dormant within our genetic structure. We have 97% of our DNA that's junk. You go to my website, you could see it right there on the cover page. This is where the hidden mysteries lie. This is where the hidden activation is, waiting to be activated. Now, when they're activated, I believe these replicators, they will turn into people that are cult leaders. They will turn into people that are just average ones. They will turn into doctors, lawyers, whatever they are. They will be activated. And at this time, they will join a network. And I think that's what we're seeing right now, is a network of replicators. And then you have us humans, regular humans, that are copying the replicators. Now, I believe for anyone to have the divine spark or a soul, they have to be earthborn from a woman's stargate, from a woman's birth canal. That's the only way you can come out into this physical world with the divine spark, with a soul, is you have to be born from a mother's womb. You have to come out of a mother's womb. If you weren't grown in a womb, you will not contain that divine spark. So let's see. Like I said, certain shapes, certain sizes process information in different ways. So when that... Hold on, let me see. See, this is still open. I could still get in here. Let's see what's up. What's inside here still. I don't want to get caught locked in here. If somebody sees me. Hold on. Flashlight. Oh, I can't use the flashlight while I'm recording. I don't want to jump in here right now, guys, but they took the basket out. There was a basket of offerings in here last time I was in here. There's no basket anymore. So it's being used. There's people in here frequently because they took the basket out of there and there's a rock there. Let's see what's up on the bed in here. Oh, you can't even see in no more. Oh, yeah, you can. Whoa. What is going on in here? They have it roped off like they let people in there one time, like a museum. Look at the bed is creased. The bed is creased like someone was sitting on it recently or laying on it. The back headboard is pretty interesting. It's like it's a weird design. I wish I can get in there. See, that right there is a Korean church too. They have a Korean Catholic church. See that right there? That's Fatima. That's the Fatima site right there. That's the Fatima monument. And this is the Fey Forest, everybody. A sacred grove. The energy lines, the ley lines of this planet go right down this way. All these rock walls in my area here in the lower Hudson Valley, the rock walls are built on the ley lines of this area. Now this house literally was built tile by tile, brick by brick of the exact replica house that Don Bosco was born in, the Beachy House. The Beachy House is extremely haunted, extremely creepy. He resurrected the dead, John Bosco, everybody. Whoa, what's going on in here? Huh? What the fuck was that? What was that? What was that? Dude, what the fuck was that? Dude, I could have sworn. Could have been just my reflection. That was fucking weird. I could have sworn I saw someone staring directly back at me for a second, and it wasn't me. It was like a different face, all like dressed in black. What's up, Pavel? What's up, baby? Who's in there? I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard for me on my phone to see who's actually commenting or who's in there. When you comment, it flashes on my screen real quick. So if you guys got to tell me something, just be a little bit more patient. Wow, they got barbed wire right there. Why was barbed wire right there? When you put barbed wire, that means you're protecting something you don't want someone to get to. So why would they put only barbed wire on these two windows that are boarded up on the second floor? That means somebody would have to bring a ladder over here, and they really don't want you getting in those top. You could see this was burnt at one time. This was lit on fire. They used this in a cleansing fire ritual. And I'm sure this is not the first time. This is so fucking haunted. The imprint of energy is intense. Oh, I'm protected. Don't worry, Pavel. I'm feeling that something's looking out those windows at me. So let's go check out the woods real quick. Because these woods... Wow, Neptune Shiva energy for Don Bosco. Yeah, like I said, guys, Don Bosco, he wasn't just... he was a patron saint of magicians. He had... he loved the energy of children. You know, he was going to group homes, getting kids, all this. I could go through a whole 2 hours about his relationship with Dominic Savio. And the kid basically was taken by the spirit world. I think he was only 14 or 15 years old. And they canonized the kid because of it. There was some sort of soul contract. That kid lost his life because of Dominic Savio, because of Don Bosco's ego. These trees are talking to me. They are warriors, guardians standing over the sacred grove. These are all soldiers standing in line over these woods, over the information, the spiritual playground that these woods are. I really believe this is a retreat center on a multi-dimensional level for the saints. They come here after spiritual battles to recover. And I truly believe that. It's taken me... I went to nursery school on these grounds, okay? That's how long I've been here, all right? So, from 1982 till now, it's taken me to figure this out. Look at the giant standing at the edge. Look at her, standing. Look at the giant. So creepy. Don Bosco house, creepy in the distance. But Don Bosco, he raised a couple people from the dead. Raised a couple of people from the dead. Called them forth and they rose. When you're able to summon the elemental forces like that, you're dealing with a dark energy. You're dealing with something where there's no turning back after that. There's no turning back after that. All right? No turning back. The Grigori. We're in the sacred grove here, right? Look at that. I'm screaming here in the woods like a lunatic. Look at, see that double tree right there? With the stone placed right in the middle? What is that? Let's go see what that is. Let's go off the path. I'm not even in the main part of the forest yet. Look at the fucking deer are running. You can see all the deer running. Look at them all. And they're like Bigfoot. Let's try to when you try to see animals in the forest, they go quick. See, look at this. Homage to the Fays and saints. When you pay respect to the Fae or to the saints, you always hang things in trees. Look at this shit. Right on this tree, you got Knights Templar symbols. Look at this shit. What's up, kid? Symbols of the Knights Templar. Right in the woods. Somebody's been here through recently. In the snow. Now these woods are so haunted. You know, I skipped the entrance, but this might be the creepiest entrance to any woods that you've ever seen in your life. Now, look, I'm coming up on the entrance here, the side view, but we kind of made a shortcut. But if you saw this entranceway to the woods, would you walk in? Two creepy fallen angels hanging in the air with a crown 60 feet in the air. Now, this crown just so happens to be high enough to crown that big ass Mary over there if she got up and reanimated and walked off that platform. This crown that these two fallen angels are holding, because they're fallen, because if they're here on Earth in this physical realm with wings, obviously they fell from another place. They're not from here, right? So they're fallen angels if they're on Earth. They've fallen onto Earth, to this dimension, into matter, right? So it just so happens to be just a coincidence that this crown that they're holding is just high enough to crown that Mary if she reanimated and walked off that platform and walked into the woods as queen of the forest, as queen of the fae, as queen of the witches, as queen of the sacred grove, and as queen of the saints. Now now you can see that they don't want you driving in here or walking in here even. They have it guarded up, blocked off. But look at the entrance to this wicked forest, this spiritually powerful forest. You got these two fallen angels holding the crown, and it says Ave Maria there. Ave Maria. The gateway. Whenever you walk into a Stargate, walk into another dimensional area, there is going to be some sort of gate, some sort of entranceway to let you know this is where you go in. It does look like an egg. You're right. Whoa. Again. That is creepy as fuck. It's weird. It sounds like boulders are smashing like really far away every time I look at the face. That is sick. What the fuck? Alright, we'll go in a little bit, but then I gotta get... Wow, I just slipped big time on that fucking ice. Holy shit, that's black ice right there. Yeah, let me guys tell you, you know, like I said, I've been around this area since the early 80s. Since the late 70s, actually. And, they used to do the Process Church, the Satanic Church, the Process. I believe that they were doing rituals in these woods as well. They had a lot of different covens within the Process Church. Most famously, people have known about David Berkowitz and the Son of Sam being part of that. Now, I believe too that he was using the word Son of Sam because it was Sam Untermeyer from Untermeyer Park in Yonkers. Similar to Untermeyer Park, there are ancient ruins here. Ancient ruins in Untermeyer Park, I believe, are connected to this area here, which is only not even 30 miles away. Especially if you just follow the Hudson River up, you come here. Now, like Untermeyer Park, there are ancient ruins here. And like Untermeyer Park, they were doing rituals here in the late 70s, early 80s. I myself, I just heard my name. No shit, guys, gals. I just heard my name. And it wasn't Raw. I just heard someone like call my actual real first name. That was weird. So in the 19... I found firsthand, so I know it wasn't just hearsay, I found a German Shepherd hanging from a chain in these woods in about 1984, 1985, 6. Let me see. I was a little less than 10 years old. Me and my older brother, who was, and my brother's 12 years older than me. So me and my older brother and my older brother's friends took a walk up here when I was younger to play basketball, and they have basketball courts on the other side. So to get to the basketball courts, you first cut through this way, because if you walk through these woods right now, these haunted ass woods that I'm in, and follow this path, you come out to the high school I went to. You come out to where the track field is and the baseball stadium is in the back. I mean, the football stadium. So usually we go to the high school, cut through the back, and then end up in these woods, and then we cut through these woods to get to the basketball courts within, this area here. So we were cutting through these woods one day when I was a kid, and we found a German Shepherd hanging from one of these trees. And here is one of the dimensional portals right here. See the hollow of that tree? There is a gateway within the tree right there. Mika has even seen it. Mika has even almost activated. In fact, when Mika went near that tree and touched it, I took a picture of her, and the picture looks like she was like a different girl. She looked like a little fairy. It looked like she was transformed. Very weird. So there are different trees within this forest that are ritually programmed to make you go to an altered state. Make you go to an altered state of consciousness. And if you are uninterrupted during that altered state of consciousness, you can literally transform your matter and walk into another world. And most likely you won't come back. It's a one-way trip. I got lucky enough to make it back out of the one I activated in Long Beach, California. I think I was pulled out of it by the call of my friend. He's dead now, actually. My friend James Valles. He died in Arkansas last year. He was actually killed by the police and drowned. Now, when people go missing in these dimensional gateways, I believe there is a way to save the people if they are being called, physically called in that location while they're still there. If a child goes missing in the forest, I'll give you an example of what I mean. If a child goes missing in the forest and he is still in that location while the people are looking for him, like he's in another layer of that environment, he can reappear again. He can be pulled back out of that dimension. If he hears, even though he might not be able to see his family members around him, if he hears the call of someone who truly loves him and truly knows him and truly wants to find him with every fiber of their body, every intention of their body wants to find him, he will be found. He will be pulled back out of that dimension into this physical realm. But if it's just people that are just doing it for their job and it's just whatever, it might not work. You have to have somebody who really loves that person, is really cares for that person, and every fiber of their being is looking for them. That can be strong enough to activate that portal or that gateway. Portal is mostly, I would say, has to do with water, the portals. But dimensional stargates, dimensional gateways can be activated through stone, on earth, through the air, through all the elemental forces. Through the dirt, through caves, But water is very special when it comes to portals. Well, water leads to what we call space. It's connected. As above, so below. There's way more than just a few meanings to that. It's very ambiguous. Yeah, so Pavel's saying, I've talked about that before. Yogananda's body did not decay after death. After 27 days, the coroner said there was no signs of decay. Yes, you're right. Now, certain holy men have been in incorruptible states when they die, even holy women. Now, it's said that... Whoa, did you hear that? So it's said that when a body is marked for sorcery as a vampire, it will not decay after death because it's being saved for a certain spiritual purpose, whether it's evil or whatever the reason why. It's being retained, that freshness of life, because it's being retained and it's being ritually programmed for a mission. So it will retain that freshness of life while the sorcerer who intended this is using it. Now, once the sorcerer is done with his spell or his mission, the corpse will rapidly change within a second to its original state, and it will decay within seconds to what it should look like. Now, I believe the Catholic Church, even Yogananda's body, was marked with magic. It was marked with magic for a spiritual purpose. His body, like the Catholics do, his body is being used as a miracle point, as a place of conversion, as a place of miracle, as a place of pilgrimage. Look at that deer just looking right at me. I see you, buddy. I see you, buddy. You don't need to run. You Diana's, well, now how? Listen, guys. This deer is peeking at me right here. See? But how is this here? Somebody just put this here. We've had violent snowstorms the last few days. Well, the deer's running from me now, but it's like the deer just put this here. I think this deer was just like a human or something. First of all, where did this deer just come from? And he's just staring at me right there. Right where he's staring at me, this is here. Now, I didn't put this here. How did this get here? There's no snow on it. It's not moving. It's not from the wind. There's this little angel here holding out its hand for an offering. And it's evil looking. Look at its face. Oh, I think it's glued on there even. Wow. What the hell is it doing here in the middle of the snow? No snow on it. It was put there recently. I don't even want to touch it with my hand. And it's like the deer is right there staring at me and it. The deer's not going anywhere. It's staring at me and this angel thing. Oh yeah, it's glued on there. It is glued on there. Holy shit, is it glued on there. That deer is staring right at me, right at this. And this is an interesting rock that it's on. Look at all the ridges in this rock. Very old. You can see the water, the water markings and how old this is on this rock. Very, very ancient. This is a very sinister looking cherub. Yeah, it's... What the hell? Why is it right here in the middle of the woods, too? It's marking a... Now, I think the trees are called birch. If you see a white tree out of nowhere, like in the middle of the forest, that tree usually marks a place where there's a Stargate. Those trees are very special, and usually somebody will put that tree on a marker. That tree will be a marker point for someone to come back, a temple priest to know, or someone to know that that's the location of the energy, the gateway. This deer is not moving from near that angel. He's guarding that angel. That is so weird. Yeah, the deer trusts me, but it also, there's something associated with that little statue and that deer, because he ain't eating right there. He's just looking right at me. Look at him. He's frozen. And the sun's right there on us. Whoa. Whoa. Holy shit. What the fuck? You guys see this shit?